Hey, YouTubers. How we doing this evening? Hold on one second. I'm not prepared, as usual. Oh, man. Got the rest of that yard cut. And I got out of town, southeast Missouri, a little late this afternoon. I don't even know what time it is. No. Oh, I know what time it is. Like 10:30 or something. Because the pool was supposed to close at 10 in this hotel, and somehow my wife and kids talked them into keeping it open till 11 because we just finished with dinner. So we're getting here kind of late. We're on the road. Woohoo! Headed up to Ohio to look at Ryan's truck. So road trip shenanigans we got going on. But I thought I would talk a little bit about a couple things maybe I already touched on, but since they're on my mind, I'm going through my list. I got a bunch of lists, all kinds of lists. I think it's over in the front here. Okay, here we go. I know I've already talked in the videos about today is October 10th, 2021. Worst used truck market in the entire 30 years I've been driving. Absolutely ridiculous. I did cut my hair, as you can see. Even trimmed up a little bit. If that has anything to do with anything. Anyways, and worst new truck market. This COVID, I don't exactly understand what the deal is, but something about there's a computer chip holdup. They got a bunch of new trucks built, but they're just sitting out in Peterbilt's factory lots or whatever because they're waiting on a chip they need to put the chip in so that the truck will run. I don't know. And then they can deliver it. What? They can't make these chips somewhere in the United States? I don't even know if they're from China. I really don't know. I should research that, but I just don't care, I guess. But since you can't get any new trucks right now, really, because of that chip thing, any new truck on the lot is stupid. All trucks are stupid. It's just stupid. That's why I think I said in that video, don't get the worst time ever to become an owner-operator. That's why I'm going to do it. I mean, that's just how I do things. I buy high and sell low. But I'm in a little bit different situations financially than most guys starting out. So a Peterbilt, let's just pick it. Peterbilt 389. Hey, your dream truck, right? It's always 150,000. Has been for years. Yeah, you can get up to around 200 depending on how much you bling it out. If you get a Peterbilt Steve truck or something completely tricked out and custom, a couple $100,000, maybe 220. Just a bone stock 389 right now, on average 200,000. I've seen them listed for 250. Stupid. And everybody's got a used truck that's a $50,000 used truck, wants 70,000, 80,000. Just dumb. Just completely dumb. It's a supply and demand capitalism gone wrong is what this is. So you guys out there, if you stumble across this video before this straightens itself out, hopefully soon, but they're saying sometime next year maybe. I don't know. Just wait. There's a fine line. If you could find a $50,000 truck for 60, maybe even 65, with as high as freight is right now, you can make that back quick enough. But 40 grand? No, that's just dumb, man. It's just, I don't know. If you want to do it, do it. It's a matter of principle to me. I wouldn't do it. I just won't do it. So Ryan's got his truck. It's priced a little high, but compared to other dudes, nah, he's pretty good. If I had to put a number on it, he's about that $10,000 too much. But then again, he's got a new transmission in it and good tires and a whole bunch of stuff, APU. So you'll see it if I do get it. I'm going to bring it home and I'll use that truck to do an actual video of a truck inspection, pre-buy inspection for you guys. What I thought I would do is talk just a little bit about in this video. Questions to ask before you get there, maybe. I mean, if you just drive up in there, you ask them when you get there. But if you're going to go, things to look for. I'm making about a 600-mile trip to go look at this truck. I'm pretty sure it's going to be exactly what I think it is, and I'll be bringing it home. If I get there and, boy, I didn't know about that or something major, then I won't be bringing it home. I won't have any hard feelings against Ryan either way. So, but we talked a little bit about speccing out a truck on one of my videos, but that's completely dependent upon what you're going to use the truck for, on what to spec out. I'll go over it again real quick. My personal preference for an 80,000 pound over-the-road truck. It doesn't really matter where you run it in the country. I mean, if you're going to run across the desert, okay, there'd be an argument for a little higher gear range than 336, which I like. But 336, good overall gear range. 75, you're going to turn 1500-ish. You get up around the 305s, depending on the transmission too, but let's just say 18 speed. You get 305s or something, you drop that down to 14. Go taller than that and get down to 13. But the further you go down, you lose in pulling power. Means every little hill you're going to be splitting down a gear or 2 gears. So there's a balance there. So for me personally, 80,000 pound truck in an ideal world, 18 speed, 336 gears, 500 horsepower motor or north of that. I'm not really into the big taking they call it ISX, well now they call it the X15. I guess it's a little bit different. They can crank that baby up to 600. That's cool. But the light that burns twice as bright burns half as long. So running that motor at about 500, it's going to last you longer. So in 500, that's pretty good to me. That's plenty, man. I think Ryan's got his truck with that PDI tuner on it. On the dyno, he said, he's right at 525. So anyways, 18 speed or 13, same tranny. Just 18, you split the lower half. 13, you don't. 10 speed's okay. That's what this truck has in it. This truck is not one that would have been on my radar, but since I've been following Ryan and I have a history on the truck, and he seems like a pretty good driver, considering this market and what else is out there, has led me to go look at it. So if you can buy a truck from an owner-operator, that would be my first recommendation. You're going to get the history of the truck and probably maintenance records. If you go onto a lot, they may have some maintenance records, but if they know, they probably won't tell you who had the truck. You're never going to talk to them, and it could have just been some company driver that whatever. So where was I at? 500 horse, 18 speed, 336. This truck's got 342s. It's a little bit lower, not bad. I like 260 to 290 inch wheelbase. They ride real good. Get above 290. It's just for looks. Looks cool. You get out to 300, 310, 322, 333. Yeah, it's cool looking, man. It's a pain in the butt to get into anywhere. So this truck's pretty short, 240. It'll work for now. I mean, that's not terrible. I guess that would probably be my minimum, 240. I wouldn't want to go below that. You're going to want an engine brake. Your normal stuff, Pretty good 80,000 pound truck. Can't think of anything. I'm losing my train of thought. Anyways, all right, let's just go down my list here of what I knew most of these answers on Ryan's truck, but here's the things I would ask for when inquiring about a truck before you load up and drive several hundred miles, okay? No matter what truck you decide to pick. Okay, first of all, everybody's going, mileage. All right. Mileage only tells half the story, so pay attention here. This may be the best tip I give you in this video. And this came from a lot of years of driving and a lot of years of turning wrenches myself. So this say your truck's got 500,000 miles. Ryan's got 750,000. Super high mileage. Some people go, oh my God, I wouldn't get that. Hold on, calm down. So mileage only tells part of the story. Mileage mostly it does tell how many miles are on the motor, yes. That's not what's important to know about the motor, okay? Number one, miles is not the number you're looking for how much wear that motor has on it. It will indicate, yes, it is an indicator of wear, but it's mostly a good indicator of driveline wear, transmission, clutches, and rear ends. Like I said, driveline, U joints, things like that. That's your biggest thing that mileage is going to indicate to you. So with that said, Ryan's truck has a brand new transmission in it. He just put it in, did videos and everything. So I didn't even ask him about the rear ends because they're not that important to me. They're not that expensive. They usually don't go out that often. What is important on a motor is engine hours. That is the number you're looking for. And it varies. Guys that idle their trucks but don't bump them up, far worse on it than the guy that'll idle it up to 1,000, 1,100, 1,200 to keep the oil going, keep things warm. These new emissions trucks keep the filters cleaned out, things like that. The number you're looking for, debated topic, to me is 20,000 hours. At 20,000 hours, get ready for a rebuild. Maybe 22. If you're real lucky, you'll get out to 24,000 hours. So, actually, this truck I'm going to look at is a great example of how this comes into play. I looked at a lot of trucks with 500,000 miles, roughly 5 to 600,000, 20 to 22,000 hours. Ton of hours. Ryan's truck has 750,000 or whatever it is. It's got 16,000 hours. That's huge. That's 4,000 less hours. Do the math. 4,000 hours, 100,000 miles, 150, 200,000 miles, a lot. So, engine hours. The lower the engine hour, the better. You could have a guy that, had a little local route, but idled the truck all day long. You find a truck, it's got 200,000 miles with 22,000 hours. No, you don't want that. I'd rather have a 500,000 mile truck with 11,000 hours. So, learn your engine hours, man. That's a big important thing there. Moving it along. So, like I said, debated. Anything 20,000 hours is a red flag to me. I don't want to go above that. He's at 16, and that's still pretty high, but he's a pretty good hand, man. So his 16,000 hours is far less abusive. Well, he hasn't owned the truck since new, but he's put the last 300 and something thousand on it, he said. So his engine hours, I know whatever time he idled on that, he bumped it up. I'm sure if he pulled into fuel, he idled it up. That's just how the guy is. They had some first year Swift driver, or got a job somewhere else. He don't know no difference. He's going to sit there and let it idle at 500 RPMs and just ruin it. Low oil pressure, everything else. So, engine hours. We're getting up there, 13 and a half minutes. Let's move it along and wrap this baby up. I'm tired anyways, so wrap this up and load it up. I don't edit nothing, man. I'm going to be the non-editing YouTuber. I don't know if that's probably not good, but we're gonna do it anyways. Told you I like gear ratio. The more gauges, the better, so I like to find out about that. Clean title. Make sure it's got a clean title, not a salvage title. And just make sure it's got I got wheelbase written down here, engine brake. A lot of trucks don't have engine brakes, so I want to make sure it does. I want to make sure it's a locking differential, or they'll advertise it as a 6x4 instead of a 6x2 that some 3-axle tractors will have dummy axles. I don't want those. I don't want single, super singles, stupid singles, whatever. I don't want those. So if I can't see it in the pictures, I'm going to ask about that. Tires. Ask about the tires. We'll do this on the truck inspection thing. He's got all Bridgestone good tires, and he's got 16 plies on the front and not 14 plies. So you see this new, virgin rubber. Yeah, big deal. Is it Chinese? Most likely. That's usually what they do. They put cheap China tires on it. Do I really have to go any further? Yeah, it'll get you down the road and pass a DOT inspection, but they last about half as long as good Bridgestones, Michelins, or something like that. You can grab a hold of them and they just don't feel right. They're hard, super hard rubber. They wear funny. They ride terrible. It's junk. It's junk. So dealerships like to throw on the cheapest set of Chinese tires and advertise fresh virgin rubber. Who cares? Me, it wouldn't matter to me. I'd drive that sucker off the lot and go to the first tire shop and have them all switched out. So that's not a selling point to me. That's actually very negative. Because right then I want to factor in all new tires for the truck, because I'm not running down the road on those. That's just me. It's definitely not the steer tires. They're coming off immediately. I might run the drives a little bit, try to get something out of them, but if they rode real rough or were real squirrely, squishy, drifted a lot, they'd be coming off too. But if they rode okay, I might try to run them out about half as long as I would a real tire. Just ask all kinds of questions, man. What's new on the truck? What have you replaced? If they'll tell you anything. If it's a dealership, they're not going to know. They're not, well, I don't know. It seems to run and drive out good. That's what you're going to hear. So that's about all I can do on this quick video. Just thought I'd say hey from the road trip to Ryan's, basically, and drop you some more pearls of wisdom for what they're worth. Like I said, I'm going to do if I get this truck back to the house and in the shop, or if I don't, then I gotta start looking for another truck. Whenever I do finally get one there, I'm gonna actually do a walk around and show you guys exactly what to look for and what to look at when you're going to look at a truck. And I'm sure it'll help you. I hope it'll help you. Well, I know it'll help you. If you don't know, you don't know. And I don't know much, but I've been doing this a long stinking time, so I at least know what to look. 30 years, for God's sakes, I ought to know what to look at on a truck. Plus, I've been wrenching that long, too, so. All right, guys. Oh, man, this has got to be my longest video ever. This puts Mr. Idiotic Ramblings to shame. We got to think of a whole new word. It's way above and beyond idiotic ramblings. This is just complete nonsense at this point. All right, guys. Next video you see, you'll find out, did I buy it or did I not buy it? I'm going to know soon enough. Stay tuned. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down and move on. No, I won't love you either way, man. So you guys have a good one. God bless you. Bye now.